Hey everyone, this is my debate response to Jaden Rivera, debate one. She did side B, arguing that she didn't agree with the dropping of the atomic bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, so I'll argue against that for side A. I think the first thing to think about when going over this debate is I think when people reflect on what happened, it kind of gives the Japanese an easy way out because they were the victims in what happened in this instance. But some facts to remember, Japan up before this time had murdered close to 200,000 Chinese prisoners during the war, and the rape of Nanking, of course, the tens of thousands of women that were raped, was obviously a big deal. So painting the Japanese as just these victims of this horrible war crime, I don't think is the correct way to go about it. Of course, Japan also attacked Pearl Harbor, and they were planning on attacking British naval forces as well if it hadn't been for the end of the war. That would have come about and cost even more lives. They attacked Pearl Harbor because they wanted to continue their conquest of Asia without the U.S. interfering in it, and stopping that alone saved however many Asian lives. The United States had to drop the bombs because they had to end the war. An invasion of Japan by American forces was ruled out due to the cost of American lives it would have cost. Back to the effects of dropping the atomic bombs. You said that men, women, and children died for no reason, the civilians. But I would argue that dropping the bombs actually saved many more lives than the dropping of the bombs took, due to the way the Japanese government was running, the conquest of Asia, and a continuation of the war with casualties on both sides that would have occurred. And who else knows what would happen if the war continued to take lives from both sides. I also think it saved additional Japanese lives as well, in that you said that we should have waited to see what would have happened after the Soviet Union invaded Japan, but I don't think that a Soviet invasion of Japan, if it was successful, would have ended the war anyways, and I think it would have continued and cost more lives than the bombs took. You also said that in a way that's never seen before, and another quote, still a topic of conversation. I think this is important because it has led to 0 more atomic bombs being dropped. I think that whether you want to argue if it was ethical to drop them or not, you have to agree that the world seeing the results of the dropping of the bombs has led to people not using it because they see what could happen. The last thing I wanted to bring up, you talked about dropping a bomb into unpopulated territory, or maybe into the ocean, or a territory that wasn't as populated as Hiroshima or Nagasaki. And I think that might have been an okay first step, but in reality, I don't think the Japanese government would have cared that much because sure, it would have destroyed the land, but it really wouldn't have any impact on the Japanese government, and I don't think it would have ended the war in a timely and efficient manner like dropping the bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki did. So that's my rebuttal. Thanks for your debate. It was fun.